Did you know that you can easily help the world's economy? Did you know that you can make the world a cleaner place by doing a very simple action? It's called recycling. Now, I know, you probably heard this 1,000 times from like PSAs, or your favorite shows, or even like Sesame Street, or even your favorite celebrities or artists telling you to go recycle. If you do recycle, that's great. That's great. But if you don't, let me just give you a chance, right? Just give me a chance to, kind of give you the idea that, you know what, you should probably do recycle because it's an important thing. Now, as someone who's been recycling for most of my life, I have been to a lot of places. I've been to places where they do recycling and promote the idea. And I also have been to places where they don't really do recycling, don't really touch it or whatever. And let me tell you, the difference in going those two places literally is night and day. Alright? So, like many of you, I enjoy doing actions that help a greater cause. Recycling is one of those. Although it may seem kind of mundane, but it is a fact that it is a top tier lifestyle that can help yourself and others around you. Now, the message I want to get across is that everyone should promote and practice recycle. Now, in this presentation, I'll give you 3 main reasons why you should recycle. Not recycling can have grave and dire consequences. Now, you don't want that. Number 2, recycling can help save natural resources, and recycling can help the economy. Number 3, everyday items can be made from recycled materials. Now, let's start off by talking about our first main point, shall we? Now, this first main point is about how not recycling can have grave and dire consequences. Now, as you know, the biggest one why you always hear why you should recycle is pollution, right? But you probably heard that 1,000 times, but let me go more in depth about this, danger of pollution. Now let's talk about water pollution, right? Water pollution is stuff like plastic and other trash or recycled materials in the ocean. There's a video out there by, everyone's favorite National Geographic YouTube channel, probably know that a lot, that covers videos and such as these. There's a video that covers this that's literally labeled, "We should get plastics out of our ocean." And this video gives you a real-life representation of the dangers of plastics in the ocean and why you should actually try to make sure you should clean up, your local water area, or you should just recycle instead of throw all your trash in the ocean. Now, if a live-action commentary from National Geographic is your style, don't worry, I got you covered. There's a little cute, more entertaining animation video by the Peekaboo Kids, who just look up, that gives you a good idea, the concept of what water pollution is and what it can do, such as recycling. Now, as you know, water pollution can kill millions of ocean life, if left unattended, and I personally don't want to kill Nemo, but, that's just me. But, so, that's with water pollution. As you know, big, bad, scary thing, don't throw stuff in the ocean and recycle. Plain and simple. Now, let's go on to the other type of pollution. Air pollution. You've probably heard this a lot of times too. There's also a National Geographic video called Air Pollution 101, if you want to see a real life examples of and then the effects of it. Now, you probably, air pollution, you probably know where it's coming from, but for people who don't, let me just give you up to speed. Air pollution can come from from factories making stuff, or, using fossil fuels such as, driving cars around, so on and so on. But the problem is when you use a lot of stuff petroleum and other fossil fuels, you're eventually gonna make the air around you more dirtier. Now, there are places, you can look back in history, such as the Industrial Revolution, where England was literally covered in smog and all this black, thick smoke because due to how many factories were operating and just covering the natural air, making everyone around, all the citizens become sick and whatnot. And even today, there's a lot of places, such as China and other developing countries, that rely on factories. And when you look at those environments, you can tell how polluted the air is and why people wear masks a lot. Now, that's pretty straightforward as to why that's a bad thing, right? And why you should help promote using recycled materials, because, if we reuse materials, that means factories will have to make less things. And when factories make less things, they are not polluting the air as much. Now, let's move on to my second point, right? Recycling can help save natural resources and help the economy. Now, I know this is two things in one thing, but I personally don't care. It's a double whammy, alright? Get over it. Now, first off, let's start off. We will be draining fewer natural resources, such as metals, if we recycle the materials and reuse them to make the same products. Now, for example, I'm going to use aluminum cans. Whether you drink soda or you're old enough to drink alcohol, you probably use cans. And you can recycle those cans and allow them to be used to make new cans. Or you can be some of those people who actually get like the bottle caps and make bags and purses out of them. But it's up to you if you like that kind of stuff. And so, since we are reusing more materials, it would help the economy. Now, let me go more in depth what I mean by that. Now, like I said before, if factories work less, they make less things. And as you know, factories cost money to operate and maintain. And if factories work less, that means they spend less. And which, helps the economy. And that's not the only way recycling helps the economy. As you know, recycled products are usually cheaper and more cost effective and more affordable to people. So it helps people financially wise and helps businesses make more money. Simple as that. Now, let's move on to our point number 3. Everyday items can be made from recycled materials. Now, to kick it off, I'm going to refer back to our friendly neighborhood National Geographic YouTube channel, where there's literally a guy talking about how he made furniture like tables, chairs, and like podiums out of like trash. That's like mind-boggling. I know that example is pretty, it's like the extreme levels of what things you can make from recycled materials, but that example shows the endless potential of recycled materials and how you can make more cost-effective and affordable and environment-friendly products. There's also another video you can check out from the ABC News where there's literally a woman who makes floor tiles out of like damaged and recycled clothing. It's pretty much a great thing. Now, besides giving examples, let me go more in depth about this. As you know, the most basic one is you can reuse plastic like water bottles to make bags or even more water bottles. But did you know there's even more things that you create from recyclable materials? Like I said before, you can create furniture, clothing, water tiles, and you can even make batteries out of it. And that one I didn't really expect. Batteries, I'm pretty sure y'all use batteries eventually. Some of it would be car batteries, batteries just slap onto your, whatever, remote, whatnot. But as I've said, that, recycling materials to make more products is a very cost-effective and more environment-friendly way. Now, we have already covered all of my main points, but there's a few things I'd like to add, alright? So, in conclusion, I have provided reasons and examples to why recycling is important, why you should do it, and some benefits you can get, because, people like getting stuff or seeing the benefits from it. Such as, getting cleaner air, water, helps the economy and save natural resources, and you save wildlife. Who doesn't like that kind of stuff? Now, to reinstate what I want people to do, I want everyone to practice and promote recycling. Now, you don't have to go out of your way and tell everyone to recycle every time you meet someone new, but just recycling in your neighborhood or recycling in public sends the idea to the people around you that recycling is very important. Now, as we end this off, even though your actions may seem mundane or not exciting, just remember the bigger picture your actions are contributing to. Now, that's all, folks. So I hope you have a good day, and I hope you learned something new from our presentation called Why Recycling is a Top-Tier Lifestyle. Bye now.